Hi, Scott here from 𝗲-skilled AI Course Creator. So look, today I wanted to introduce you to a groundbreaking new feature that we've just added to 𝗲-skilled AI Course Creator, and that's the ability to turn your boring, everyday learning resource documents into interactive online courses in minutes. We call this document conversion, and you can literally convert any document into an interactive online course in minutes. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how we can do that in a really quick demonstration. So let's have a look. So right here I have a document, and this document is the everyday document for a Nurture Babies and Toddlers unit for early years learning qualification. As you can see, it's pretty text heavy, pretty sort of average, everyday, boring learner guide, not much interactivity, pretty hard to keep learners engaged in a document like this. So what we can do is we can take this and convert it into an online interactive course using 𝗲-skilled AI Course Creator. So I'm going to shrink this down. Let's shrink that document down. And here we go. We've got a browser. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to create a new course. So we go to courses, create course, and I'm going to just copy and paste in the course unit code and name here. And because we're uploading a document and converting a document, we don't need all this, we don't need to describe our course or put too much information here, because all the information is already in the document we're converting. So I've just selected document conversion here, and I'm going to attach the document we want to convert, which is this learner guide. Here we go. And then we go next. And then we select a nice theme that's going to work well with this course. I think this fun one is going to work really well for an early years learning course. So I'm going to select that. We've got lots of themes to choose from that are all really beautiful and fit for purpose. We can put a quiz at the end of each topic and subtopic. So I'm going to add some true-false questions and multiple choice questions to check for knowledge and understanding. We can set the maximum number of quiz questions per topic or subtopic. I'm going to set that to 5 so we don't have too many. And I'm going to allow to progress on wrong answer. If the students don't get the right quiz question, all the quiz questions right, they can still progress. But typically I would recommend having them require the correct answer, but I'm going to set it to that so I can navigate and show you through the course once we've finished. So what I'm going to do now is simply click Generate Course. We confirm, and then what happens is our proprietary AI system, which we call eBot, goes to work and starts converting that document into an online interactive course. Now this will take around about 10 minutes to complete, but I'm not going to keep you waiting. I've prepared a course, the same document earlier, so we can just jump straight and have a look at the finished product once that's finished. So basically once the document finishes converting, it drops you into this course editing screen, and you can see here's the beautiful theme that we chose, but that cover image is probably not what we want. We want toddlers and babies, and that's a little bit old. Those kids are a little bit old, so I'm just going to change the cover image here to one I prepared earlier, and that's come straight off that document that we looked at. And I'm going to use that image of that cute baby and save that. And there we go. That's going to look really nice. So there's our cover page, and let's jump in and see how the course converted. So you can see there the information from the document is populated into the course nicely, beautifully formatted, which is great. Here we go. Look at that. Even the word art's come through. So that's really cool. How's that looking? Yep, so we've got beautiful content in there, but it's still a little bit documenty. And so what we want to do is, the next thing I want to make it a little bit more interactive. We're going away from a document, we want to make it into an interactive course. So we've got on this right-hand menu, we've got lots of things that you can use to make this course awesome. So I'm going to interactive activities and flip cards. And I'm going to drag and drop those 3 columns of flip cards onto the screen. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just saw there's a table here which looks pretty boring. I think we could make that a bit more interactive. So what I've done is I've selected our flip cards here, and I'm going to just save that. Wonderful. Here we go. What we're going to do there is select text on image. And the reason for that is I want to grab the text off these in these tables. And I'm going to paste that onto my flip card. So this is the front of the card, and so on the front of the card I'm going to put the text for verbal communication there. And I'm going to make that a bit bigger, so maybe 24, and let's go a little bit bigger, 36, nice and big. We might even bold that. And then we just need to put the text on the back. So I'm going to put that, make this one there, and we might format that too, so we'll make that left adjusted and might make that a bit bigger. So let's make that 24, and I reckon that's looking pretty good. So let's save that. And then we don't need this table anymore. I think that's no longer needed. So we're going to delete that. So basically I've saved that, and then if we hit preview here, we go down our page. Now we can see we've turned these, what would be normally a table, into beautiful interactive flip cards. And you can see here, if I go and refresh this, sorry, I just had to move my picture out of the way. And here you can see the online course. Students can navigate using the next buttons. It's all really beautiful. Look at that, nice. Here's our flip cards that we just created so easily. Beautiful, lovely tables. You can see how much nicer that is. And the system automatically styles up these tables for you in the theme format, so you don't need to do anything there. Here's our interactive quizzes. Oh, I didn't get that right. You can see there's quizzes there. Beautiful. We could resize all of these if we wanted in our editing screen. So if we go back to our content editor, I just wanted to show you one more cool thing. Over here, I've got a YouTube video. Here I've got relationships with babies. Got a bit of text on the screen there, but I want to make it a bit more interactive. Let's grab some media, and I'm going to drag a video widget down onto the screen here, and I'm going to add a video now, just using the URL that I copied from YouTube. There we go. So I'm going to save that. Now if we go and look at that in preview, here's our bit of introductory text, and hey, we've got a really beautiful video. So in that very small space of time, you've seen me take a boring old document and start to transform that into a beautiful online course. As you can see, the interface is really intuitive. It's very simple to use, drag and drop. Everything's very obvious. One thing I haven't shown you is the text editing. So you can do things like use AI to expand or bullet point text or summarize text. So let's try and summarizing this text. Cool. So that's just made it a little bit less wordy. If you wanted to, you've got a big block of text and you want to make that a bit less wordy, you can use summarize or expand or bullet point to really make that content a bit more engaging for your learners. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. I really recommend, if your training organization or educational institution does not have a tool like eSkilled AI Course Creator, you definitely need this in your toolbox. It is really a game changer. You can create courses from scratch just using a course title, and the system will generate an entire course for a unit of competence or whatever subject matter that you want to develop that course content around in literally minutes. And now we've just added the ability to take your existing content and convert it exactly as it is, but into an interactive format, so you can make your courses really awesome. One last thing I should show you, which is really cool and makes your learning even more accessible, is our text-to-speech option. So basically I can take text, I can select text to speech here, and for this entire topic and subtopic, let's choose that. I can use AI to convert the text into beautiful audio that learners can use. I like English UK, and then the voice is going to be Australian. So let's go with Natasha and let's sample that.
This evening, I'd like to try out a new
recipe. Now I'm going to convert
dinner.
that. You'll see lots of interesting eBot interactions throughout the system. We try and keep it interesting while he's doing his work. So this is taking a little while because it's converting the entire text to course. So what I might do is I might stop this here and I'll come back as soon as that's completed. Okay, so now we're back, and the eBot has completed that exercise of converting the text to speech. And here you can, I'm just going to turn my volume up and hopefully you can hear this.
That will facilitate a smooth transition for a child from home to care. Most organizations
Cool.
will have an orientation program.
You can hear that's really natural speaking text.
Identify authorized guardians and family members.
How beautiful. So now students can actually listen to the content on any device simply by clicking play and having a listen. So they can choose to read or listen to the text if they want. Super accessible, particularly for a Cert 3 course where you might have low literacy learners. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. This shows you the power of eSchooled AI Course Creator, not just in creating courses, but now converting your existing documents into interactive e-learning. Jump on, have a free trial. We have a 2-week free trial for everyone at the moment. So go to our website, eSchooled AI Course Creator, and check out eSchooled AI Course Creator document conversion online now on a free trial. Enjoy.